Chev, did you enjoy that?
No, didn't at all. Thought it were a scruffy game. They were more spirited. If it were a game about spirit, London would have beat us, which is sad really from the game before to that. Just concentration, like not committed enough to it.
I guess the fact you got the points though in the end.
Yeah.
What did that come down to? I guess Brodie Croft's class. How well you came out on top in the end.
Yeah, probably a couple of players that were strung together in sequence where it worked, but we just didn't do enough consistently well. Like we were very average in most things.
Was it a surprise compared to what you'd seen in training this last week?
Yeah. Again, like you try to get a feel of the week, and the week was good. But the last message was well done's better than well said, and like we just it were scruffy.
What do you put it down to?
What do I put it down to? There was very little atmosphere, and I think we just went along with it and kind of played in second gear in first half. Second half there were a little bit more commitment to it, but then we started making more errors than we did in the first half. So we were just compounded a lot today, and it cost us.
Yeah, it was a game of error after error on both.
Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah. Like the rucks were slow, but I'm not blaming the referee there. It's like, why would you penalise it if we just laid there? Like, if you commit to your carry and fight to play the ball properly, then you might get one, but you're not going to get given it if you just laid there. So that's on us. The ruck was slow because we allowed it to be.
What was the team reaction? Obviously, there's a sense of joy because they've got the points, and there's that moment, isn't there? That golden point moment. But have they almost acknowledged that? Yeah, we weren't good enough, really. Yeah,
and they got themselves together at the end of there, and they addressed themselves out on the field. There's only them in there that can do it. Like they have to, find a way to not go through that they've just gone through again. And it's on them to pull together and do that to themselves. And all we can do is encourage them to keep buying in and tapping into what they are actually good at and what works for them.
Was Harry Newman okay? And he sort of had the green card, didn't he? And he was limping quite badly. But is he all right, or is it a bit early?
It's too early to say. Yeah.
Cool.
Paul Momorowski went off for an HIA. Did he how's he?
Yeah, I think he's fine. Yeah, excuse me. I think he's past that. So I didn't actually even see the knock. So I don't know if it was one that's been scouted and then seen and then just gone and checked him. And I think he's okay.
Croft did really well for the drop goal.
Yep.
To keep his nerve in a situation like that. We often see extra time when drop goals are flying all over the place. But
yeah.
To know that, like,
he's cool, isn't he? He's good. He's good under pressure, and he's shown that all year. Like even in times where we haven't been great, he's been very consistent in his game. So if one player was going to be able to stay cool in that, it was Brodie.
Ian, can you comment on the talk that Brad Arthur will be taking over until the end of the year?
Yeah, I think the purpose why I made is a bit of clarity on that. Phase one, so I've got 3 phases in my mind. Phase one was meeting and interviewing and speaking to the candidates who'd applied, which went pretty well over the last week or so. Stage 2 is now firming up some options that we can look at, but there's nothing officially been done yet, so that'll carry on into next week. Now, obviously it's a really important decision for us as a club. We want to make sure we get that right. So there's still things we need to discuss and do. Got Rob's funeral tomorrow, obviously, so nothing will be announced by the club until next week.
Is the Brad Arthur stuff, is that close to the mark? Are you in talks, advanced talks with him?
I think him and a number of candidates have been discussed and interviewed last week by me, so I'll be making them choices next week.
Do you imagine it would be a role until the end of the season in the club?
That's an option. It's one of our options.